and gentlemen, this contest is scheduled for 12 rounds for the WBC Bantamweight Championship of the World. This contest is sanctioned by the WBC. On our officials ringside is Miguel de Pablos of Spain. Your three judges scoring the contest are Zanishur Tasne of Mongolia, Irakli Maladzonia of Russia, and Zarek Yeshmagambetov of Kazakhstan. Your referee at the bell, Mr. Garcia Guadalupe of Mexico. This fight is sponsored by Trans Telecom. And now, to those in attendance and to those watching on ESPN Plus and IFL TV, if you are ready to see some championship action, make some noise! Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, he officially weighing in at 170.5 pounds, with a professional record of 32 wins, 18 by way of knockout, 3 losses and 1 draw, all the way from the Philippines, the challenger, Arthur El Matador Villanueva. And introducing his opponent across the ring in the blue corner, he officially weighed in at 170.5 pounds, with a perfect professional record of 15 wins, 11 by way of knockout, and no losses. Fighting out of France, he is the reigning, defending WBC Bantamweight Champion of the World, Nordine Oubaali. Referee will now give his instructions to the boxers.
Gentlemen, I give them instructions in the dressing room. Remember, I want a clean fight. You protect all the time, okay? Good luck. Go to your corners.
And again, the passing of the international flags and pennants. One from the Philippines and France go to both. You might have seen the flag of Morocco as well as France in the corner of Nordine Oubaali. He is of Moroccan heritage, made his debut actually in Morocco, despite the fact that he was born in France, and indeed most of his fights have come in his homeland. Had to travel to America to win the title. Now here he is in Kazakhstan with a fantastic opportunity to defend it. This could be a terrific fight. Here we go then, World Championship Boxing back in Kazakhstan. Only, I think, the third time in the last 17 years or so. As Vasily Zhurov defended his IBF Cruiserweight title here, and also Bebet Shumenov in this very ring. In fact, last July defended his Cruiserweight WBA belt as well. And now add to that list the Frenchman Nordine Oubaali. Looking forward to this one, Barry.
Yeah, most definitely. It is, you know, it's really the up-and-comer. I know the ages are the wrong way around, but really is the guy with the less experience against the really experienced guy who's been there and done it. So, listen, but Oubaali, you know, he's been really good since he turned professional. He's fast, explosive. Packs a punch, and you can see where all the power comes from, because his back is absolutely huge.
Yeah, muscular, isn't he? Very, very short, broad-shouldered, muscular. I tell you what, he has whipped himself into fantastic shape for this one. You just look at the muscles defined down either side of his spine. He's in wonderful shape. And the fact that Villanueva's been out of the ring since last November, 8 runs, Barry, since that draw over 10 rounds in his homeland, is that perhaps going to play a part?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's going to play a part is Villanueva sitting on the ropes. I know he's trying to look to counter back, but someone like Oubaali, you know, you're giving that forward momentum with the weight of the shot that he possesses. You know, you're going to be pushed back right through the rope and not get any sort of weight on your punches.
And of
course, counter shots.
And of course, everyone describes Naoya Inoue as the monster of this particular division. Of course, the WBA and IBF title holder. He's got that big World Boxing Super Series final with Nordine, of course. But 11 stoppages in 15 wins for Oubaali, and for someone of his size and this weight, not bad going at all.
No, it is, and you can see because he's busy as well. So even if he doesn't maybe possess that one punch, concussive knockout power, but every punch is solid and hard, and he puts you under pressure, and he's busy with the work. So he wears you down, he hurts you and breaks you down. Oh, lovely uppercut there from Oubaali.
Yeah, really fast combination. Quite sure what the ref was giving him a tap on the shoulder about, because he really did let that combination fly, and it was accurate.
Just waiting too long, and I know he's up against the southpaw here, Villanueva, but you got to try and get that left hand into play.
Not the first time he's been in with a southpaw puncher, of course. He was stopped in, what was it, 6 by Luis Neri about a year and a half ago. He actually had Neri on the canvas that night. Good first round, promising start that for the champion. Well, a bit to work on. I think the Filipino corner on the back of that, maybe a little too tense. Maybe you just give credit to Oubaali for putting him on the back foot.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of both, to be honest. But I do think that Villanueva now has had a good look at him, so he has to change tact, or just retreating like that and just inviting Oubaali onto you like this. Allowing the short guy to get inside those longer arms is you're just asking for trouble. But I think it was a good start there for the champion. Nice, positive, strong start. And he set his stall out early, and that's important as well.
Into the second round then, WBC Bantamweight title. The current holder in the red and white is Nordine Oubaali, from the Parisian suburbs. And one thing you can never quite quantify is what becoming champion at whatever level, but particularly world level, you'd say, what that does for any fighter.
Yeah, and I think, especially in your first defence, you want to go out and tell your opponent, I'm the world champion for this reason, and you set your stall out early and you show them what you're all about, and I think he did that in that first round.
Villanueva down at 15 in this particular ranking organisation, the WBC, so it's a nice start to Oubaali's reign, theoretically on paper, with some of the real big guns in waiting.
There are some huge fights, but he's even though he's a world champion, I think to talk about matching him unification matches against Inoue or Tete, I think it's maybe just a little bit too early right now.
Well, there's going to be whoever comes out on top of this is going to be I think a tough challenge in the shape of potentially Luis Neri. He'll be favourite over Juan Carlos Payano. That's coming up in 3 weeks' time, I think, 20th of July, that one.
That's nice. Villanueva just a little bit slow with the right hand, and Oubaali quick as you like there with that 3-punch combination.
Oh, what a body shot that was.
And the right hook at the top.
And the pressure he applies is very calculated and intense.
But again, he's not rushing anything, is he? No, I think when he decides he's going to throw, he explodes into his combinations. But look at him now, just stalking, taking his time. He knows he has the upper hand with speed of both hand and foot, so he can get into range quick. He can let his hands go quick, and also if he wants to, retreat without getting hit back.
He's getting through here, Barry. And he's just starting to up the workload and the tempo and the rhythm flowing through his work too.
Villanueva, you got to try and push him back now with a nice solid long jab. And if he steps inside, that right uppercut or straight right hand right to the chest, you aim for the chest because you're going to dip in low. Oubaali, so Villanueva will catch him on the chin if he aims for the chest there. And I think that you've got to stop the confidence and the forward momentum of the champion.
And he does have the reach, Barry. I mean, I think he's sort of 4 or 5, supposed to be inches longer in the arm, slightly longer in in height as well. Now he's starting to get behind some of those shots.
That's good. When Oubaali's just taking a little bit of a rest, when he's not working, you go to work. But for the most part, Oubaali dominated with the hand speed, and that's going to be a big factor going forward as well, I feel.
Good couple of rounds so far for Nordine Oubaali. He's got his brother Ali there in the corner with him. As I said during the ring walks as well, his younger brother Messaoud is a young pro, was carrying his belt. He's 1-0, lightweight. So often it's the bigger brothers who lead the younger brothers or sisters these days into the gym with them, Barry.
I thought he's been good first 2 rounds. I think he's picked his punches really well. When he explodes in those combinations, you know, I think Villanueva just doesn't know what's coming his way, struggling.
I wonder if there was just a glimpse there of Villanueva coming to terms with what he needs to do right at the end of that round, or was it just Oubaali taking his foot off the gas?
Again, though, I think a little bit of both, actually.
Into round 3 then. World Championship boxing in Nur Sultan.
It's better there from Villanueva. Only skimmed the target with that right hand, but committing to the punches is important, trying to get off first.
We'll be off to Liverpool, famous old Olympia, next Friday night for you on ESPN+. That's a good card, isn't it?
Yeah.
Martin Murray back in action.
Jazza Dickens versus Nathaniel May is a fantastic scrap.
What
really
a fight
big
that
fireworks there.
Yeah. Dickens looking like a monster the way these days.
And Nathaniel May is crude, but can punch and fit as you like. So yeah, it's going to be a real good test.
Looking forward to all of that next Friday. Then we'll be at Brentwood as well on the 20th for you. Plenty big nights, big fights still to come. Well, this is really top of the tree, World Championship boxing. And the champion, Nordine Oubaali, is going to work again.
And he's just slowed down the shots just a little bit. They're still fast punches, but slowed down a bit just to get a little bit more weight in the punches, and he's picking them really well, especially those short right hooks through around the left guard there of Villanueva. And he's struggling right now to really get any sort of momentum. And he's afraid, not afraid, he's cautious to throw a punch, because that's what happens there.
Yeah, getting punished, getting picked off. And I mentioned Martin Murray, of course, had what, 3-4 world title tilts, and this is the 3rd for Villanueva. He's only 30, the man from the Philippines, but you know, it's natural to think, will you get another chance?
You just got to keep plugging away and hoping. You know, one fight can change your whole career path in either direction. Let's be honest.
One punch. So far, Oubaali's controlling things.
And still boxing within himself. He still wants to control, relax, you know, dictating the pace, but without really putting his foot on the gas.
And he's so sort of compact and neat, isn't he? Good. Balance is terrific. Oh, did he hurt him with that right hand?
I think he just clipped him off balance a bit, but it was a lovely roll. It wasn't under the left hand to come back with that right hook.
So he's starting to put a bit more weight in his shots. Oubaali started to get through too. He's picking things up at the end of this 3rd round.
Lovely uppercut to start that combination off there from Oubaali.
Is it just the sense that Oubaali's starting to beat him up?
Just push it.
That's an excellent round. Best round so far for Oubaali. No need for any sense of alarm in that corner so far.
Though saying that, he doesn't look too happy, does he? I think he's having a little bit of dialogue there with somebody. He didn't look too happy. I couldn't see or hear or would understand what he was saying, but I thought he boxed really well. Unless they clashed heads somewhere, he's not happy with that, but for the most part, I think he's picking his shots well, more purchase on the punches, starting to frustrating, and every now and again not in any clear danger. Villanueva was starting to hurt him with some of these punches, and if Villanueva can't get a bit more speed in his own shots, he's going to be in for a hard night.
Maybe he's just a perfectionist. Maybe he's been hard on himself. The referee draws them in for round 4. The snazzy, nattily dressed referee as well, in that sort of retro WBC green shirt, and he's got some fantastic shoes to match. I think they're Triple G embossed leather green. Well, maybe in between rounds we'll try and get a shot of those for you folks. Didn't know Golovkin was moving into clothing lines.
Do you know what, I'm glad I never wore my Canelo shoes.
I've got a green Canelo shirt. I never brought that to Kazakhstan. Here we go then.
I did, from the fight, from the Canelo Golovkin first fight. When we went, yeah, I brought my green T-shirt.
Did you?
Stupid me. Oh, it's lovely. That's good there from Villanueva. Good response.
Well, he needs something, Barry, doesn't he? To stem the flow at least.
Well, if anything, just to make Oubaali think before he throws. Just to slow him down a little bit.
Oh, lovely sort of corkscrew jab, then left hand to follow right in behind the gun barrel. This has been meticulous so far, I think, through the first 3 and a bit rounds. Oh, what a beauty. Do you get nice, Barry, when you just, you know, whether it's in the warm-up or just through the first, you just think, do you know what, I'm on it?
Yeah, of course you do, but, you know, very rarely at the highest level, though, because it's so competitive and, you know, you're so on edge. But, yeah, you do get the night, especially early in your career as you're moving up there, you just, everything is on point and you just feel like you could beat anyone on any given night. In your mind. In reality, it's a different thing, of course.
Yeah. Well, look.
But Oubaali's, yeah, he's on fire tonight, isn't he?
Yeah, he's in a great rhythm.
Against an opponent who he should be beating. That's clawed it back a little bit, but again, when you're in against guys who you have the advantages in almost every quarter except for height and reach, then he's doing what you should be doing, dominating. But what's impressive most for me right now at this point of the fight is how relaxed and calm and how he's just, you know, he's not even gone through the gears yet. He's exploded with his combinations, but it looks like there's a lot more to come. More intensity in his work if he chose to.
And I tell you what, there's not just one Inouye in this division, Barry, lurking as well.
Yeah, that's
his
right.
Younger his younger brother, who's 13-0, Takuma Inouye as well.
Doesn't carry the same power though. Ironic. That's weird.
Well, that would be
a shot there from Oubaali.
Oh, did he hurt him? Talking about power, that was a left hand that went right through the guard.
Just over there, I just think it was just on the temple, I think. Nice tag.
Really impressive start so far from Nordine Oubaali.
Well, it's becoming target practice for him. That's what it's starting to look like, to be honest. He's totally outclassing Villanueva, who's sort of trying but not really having any success and starting to feel like he's afraid to throw a shot.
And what a stage to be performing on. Here it is. A glimpse of outside the Paris Arena.
It's very Madison Square Garden, isn't it?
Very much so, yeah. It looks very so beautifully lit up as well, and very wonderfully modern setting. And here is the guy who's the homecoming king, potentially the Sankosh Turarov, who'd been out of the ring for some 21 months until we saw him in Cardiff recently. Great to see him on the scales, and I'm really looking forward to you seeing him in the flesh tonight, folks, because I'm expecting a different physical specimen to the one we saw recently, getting back in the ring for the first time in a while. Now this guy, champion Nordine Oubaali's only been out for 6 months to sort of enjoy a bit of being the champion.
Yeah, that's sort of a good time as well, because you win a world title and, you know, you straight back into the fence early. Financially it's great, but you want to, you know, digest it and enjoy the accolades that your whole career in your life of slogging through all the training camps, you know, and these are the rewards. But now it's business. Now you start. Now it's this is all about, you know, whether it's your legacy, which is a new term everyone uses, but more importantly, seeing how successful you can be now. Now you've achieved one goal, and also financially trying to set yourself up.
Well, that for the mind and for motivation, that must be the greatest thing at all.
It's boxing, great.
To keep getting up, to wanting to push yourself, to
yeah, but for some people, you know, winning a world title, it sort of kills the fire.
Well, it's the end of the road.
It snuffs the fire, because you've gone, I'm there now, I've done it, and you know, and your ambition's never quite the same, and then it becomes more about just the money for some.
Absolutely.
For others, they just get a new goal instantly and go, I want to win. I want to be 2 weights, or you know, I want to unify, or whatever it is. And nice uppercut for Oubaali, but a lovely little left hook as well, counter there from Villanueva, which is nice to see him trying to throw back now. Maybe that's the tactic he needs to do, but I think him not trying to push forward is causing him too many problems.
I just don't think he's got an answer there, Barry. I'm not sure he's got an answer or the ability to try and find one. To be honest, he's just running uphill against this little lad tonight.
It's nice again.
Just starting to swell and mark up a little bit round the eyes as well, Villanueva. Oh, good shot. Straight comebacks comes Oubaali as well. That one little moment of success. I think there's just a bit of a nick on the right-hand side of the eye for Villanueva. Not
just too
opened
slow,
up.
isn't he, Villanueva? That's what it is. He's too slow, and he's tended to throw a shot then because he knows that he hasn't got the speed to get the punch back, and he's getting caught. But I think if he pushes forward like that little bit there, then you know, maybe you can just.
He's trying though, Villanueva, isn't he? It's only little moments,
yeah,
tiny little glimpses of success, but at least he is trying. And talking about motivation as well, that's one thing I'm always aware of. A guy who's fighting a losing effort, what are the things that he holds on to try and either get himself through it or to try and turn things around?
Well, I'm the master of being in losing efforts, Alex. I'm glad you asked me that question. You don't look at it like that. You just keep thinking, I gotta just try, keep trying. That's the fighter in you. Whether you win or lose, you gotta keep trying. Or what's the point?
Well, I know. So
you're just a bully if you don't try. When you're losing, you gotta keep plugging away. And as every boxer's an eternal dreamer, otherwise you could never do this crazy sport. Then you're just hoping that something will work for you, something will happen. You'll find that shot, or you'll get tired, or in my case, you'll fall over by accident. But whatever works for you, you know.
Into the second half of the fight then. World Championship action for you on ESPN Plus from Kazakhstan. Here we are tonight in Nur Sultan, formerly Astana, and a real hotbed of boxing. It's France v the Philippines tonight. France very much up here. I think it's 5-0 so far, and quite comfortably too.
It is. You're talking about Nur Sultan. It's a beautiful city, but you know you're getting old when you have children older than a city, which I have, I'm afraid to say. For a relatively new city, it's been like the work they've done. It's just fantastic.
Yeah, well, the expo here a couple of years ago, and some of the buildings they put together then and since then as well. This arena, which is hosts ice hockey, doesn't it, regularly?
Yeah, you can feel it on your feet, can't you?
It's just starting to get a bit chilly underfoot. They've got the thick plastic boards down, but yeah, you're just starting to feel the temperature. Hot under there, under the lights, I suspect, and it's definitely been hot for Arthur Villanueva, I'm afraid, pretty much from the start. Oh, he's hurt him. It was the right hand across the top. He caught him on the top of the head. Villanueva up pretty early on the count of two.
For me, the left uppercut started it all off. He dipped his legs there to Villanueva and went right into that beautiful uppercut there from from Oubaali, and that right hook over the top then. It was a great shot also.
Still a minute and a half to go. Getting harder all the while, and he's going after him now. Oh, he's in a bit of bother again. Referee might have a look here. He's only covering up Villanueva. Now he tries to throw back. Still a minute to go.
Thought the referee was going to step in then for a second.
It looked like he could have. Villanueva's just bought himself some time. Oubaali takes a little step back, gets his second breath, and he's going after him again.
Oh, good shot.
Oh, you fancy the referee's having a good look. He's at enough of a respectful distance, though, and still Villanueva's throwing back. Remember what we saw with Liam Conroy against Stephen Ward, didn't we, in that second round?
Yeah, exactly,
where
yeah.
He literally threw everything at him, Conroy, had Ward in all sorts of trouble, and then that was him spent for 3 or maybe 4 rounds after that.
2 hours to recover, didn't he?
So Oubaali's not going for everything here.
No, I think it's been an intelligent display from Oubaali again, because he's put his foot on the pedal certainly, but I think he's realised that just in case, don't want to run out of gas.
And if you didn't manage to catch that fight on ESPN Plus, the IFL TV YouTube channel, you'll be able to watch that again. Conroy Ward from a few weeks ago. Well, it looked in that round as though Nordine Oubaali was going to match Lewis Neely's performance of stopping Arthur Villanueva in 6. Might just be that it's only a matter of time.
Yeah. We're going to see this lovely uppercut. Oh, look, that's a fantastic shot. Lovely uppercut, right hook over the top there, and he's gone down because he didn't know where he was. That's the problem there. He's hurt, but he knows the next shots might put him down for good. So he's looked for the knee, but then the onslaught there, and I thought that's where the referee was going to step in. Just give him the benefit of the doubt, and he survived it. But I think he's
I wonder if
calling it quits.
I wonder if they're pulling.
Here.
Are they pulling him out?
I think he's pulled himself out.
I think that's odd. He came to the middle of the ring. I'm not sure what's going on here. He came to the middle of the ring. Yes, he've called it off in between rounds. Villanueva walked across to the centre of the ring and bowed towards Nordine Oubaali. Now the embrace, and one way or another, Villanueva out in between rounds, between 6 and 7, and it's a successful first defence of his title for Nordine Oubaali.
So I enjoyed that. I thought that was a really good display for a first defence. Okay, the opponent was maybe made for him in many respects, but it was still on paper potentially a difficult fight, and he used his attributes to negate anything that Villanueva maybe possibly could have done. But what I was impressed with was the patience in his work. He didn't rush anything, didn't try and be over impressive and run out of steam. He was thoughtful in his work, clever, and I thought that was a fantastic first display for him to really do. And I think he's in a great division with some fantastic champions, and he still would be an underdog with any one of those right now. But another defence again. He looks as impressive as he did tonight, and then all of a sudden, they're standing up to take notice because this guy. He hasn't got the KO power, but every punch is hard. He picks his punches really well. He has lightning hand speed and foot speed, and he's short as well. And he uses his advantage because he slides in at time. So, yeah, I think his judgment of distance is good. I think everything about him tonight was spot on. And I got no problem with Villanueva calling it quits because he was 7 points behind after 6 rounds. He took an absolute battering, and he just couldn't hit him. And his corner saying, "Listen, that's enough for you, mate." And I think that's in this sort of scenario the clever and respectful move.
Yeah, very much so. He was just coming up short all the way through that, Villanueva, wasn't he? But it was the way that Oubaali went about it right from the very start. He was so precise and accurate. He really was on it tonight. He probably had just about the easiest defence he could have for his first defence when you look down the ratings and the rankings, and all the big tests are going to come up. Neri against Payano in I think 3 weeks time, 2 weeks time. Winner of that one probably away to suspect.
So, and if he gets through that, which is they're all hard fights, but the way I look, the way he boxes, the intelligence he has, and the work rate he has, the tenacity, I think he could most certainly pull it off. Then you've got Emmanuel Rodriguez as well, who just lost his title to Inoue, of course, but this is a good fight for him as well, and Jason Maloney as well. He was in our World Boxing Super Series. It's a division like steeped.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee called a stop to this bout at the very beginning of round number 7, declaring your winner by TKO and still WBC Bantamweight Champion of the World, Nordine Oubaali.
And it is still champion then, Nordine Oubaali there, getting back his beautiful green WBC belt in what was a fantastic first defence, and again another fight away from home, and becomes the Road Warrior maybe now will be his new nickname.